Hey T-Squad, it's Kirsty. They're back with the same narrative, so today we're not arguing, we're just going to look at the facts. Because when you actually step back and look at everything together, the story they're trying to paint about me doesn't quite match reality. Now, I've been getting labeled, called out, and dragged, like I've done something completely out of line. But what's interesting is who that energy is coming from. Snoopy sits with, laughs with, and calls people like Jed and Plotter her friends. That's not speculation. That's what's being shown. Now, when you look at the behavior in those circles, you're seeing racist jokes, offensive comments, and things that clearly cross the line. And then you've got statements like Jed saying he only uses certain language when he's angry. Think about that for a second, because that alone should raise some serious questions. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. The energy towards me didn't just come out of nowhere. It came after I said DV wasn't funny to Vampy, after Vampy went off on Stormy on Polo's panel, and I was in the chat. That's when things switched. And when you also take into account that Snoopy mods for Vampy, and the circles people move in, it starts to paint a very different picture. Because now it's not looking like accountability. It's looking like selective outrage. Same behavior, different reaction, depending on who it is. You don't get to sit around certain behavior, laugh with it, be friends with it, and then suddenly act outraged when it's someone you don't like, especially when I didn't say the things they said. It wasn't directed at anyone, and it wasn't said in anger. That context matters, and it keeps getting ignored. If you're calling something out, call it out across the board, not just when it fits your narrative. Because at that point, it's not about doing what's right, it's about picking sides. I know who I am, and I'm not letting people who move like this define my character. Once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it. Like and subscribe, and keep sipping that tea.